Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I have an absolutely stunning collection to share with you guys today. It is the Sigma Cinderella collection. I did not see this coming. It is so beautiful, so I had to sit down and talk about it before it launches on you guys. So if you're excited for this collection or you just missed me, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps me a ton and I miss you guys so much. So anytime I can sit down to film these days, I'm doing it. So thank you guys for being here. I'm very excited to start talking about this one, so let's get into it. So I really have to hoist this PR box up because it's freaking huge, but this thing is absolutely stunning. I got it in the mail and I just took pictures right away because of how beautiful everything is. So I wanted to show you the layout because it's way too pretty not to. But this collection comes with an eyeshadow palette, a cheek duo, 2 lip products, and a brush set that comes with a beautiful sparkly makeup bag that is not translating. The beauty is not translating. I'm trying, but oh yeah, there it is. There's that glitter. It's amazing. So let's dive in. So let's start off by talking about the Sigma Cinderella palette. So the packaging is the beautiful baby blue and gold, which I think is so princess-esque of them. I am obsessed with the whole vibe of the collection. The back of the packaging has the shadows and their names and the colors, which I think is really helpful. And here's what the palette looks like when you open it up. So it's a 14 pan palette. It has a mix of shimmers and glitters, and it has a mix of neutrals and colors. It also has the double-sided brush, which is the E54, which is kind of like a packing shadow brush, and then the E38, which is a more detailed blending brush than the E40, which is super popular. It's like a tiny bit sized down from the E40. We have a nice clear mirror in here, and you have the metallic gold packaging, which I will say I love, but if I'm ever to come out with a palette, it will be matte because metallic palettes, I have a difficult time photographing them. And if you guys know me, you know I love to take pictures of my makeup and post it on Instagram. So it's kind of hard. I like taking pics with flash, and you guys can see if I go the wrong way here, it's gonna blind everyone. So I like metallic packaging for personal use, but I don't like taking pictures of it. So what I really like about this palette is that we have a beautiful shimmery kind of brow bone highlight color, and we do have a really good creamy matte black. It's super pigmented. Sigma really has their matte blacks down. The ones that swatched a little iffy, I would say, would be Courtyard, which is I think a green. I'm a little bit colorblind. If it's not green, I'm sorry. I think it's like a matte kind of foresty green. And then also Kindness was a little bit more difficult to swatch. And I think greens and purples in the beauty industry are just a little bit difficult to formulate, but I used the purples on my eyes today and everything went well. So if you guys are interested in this beauty, this is a $49 palette, and I feel like that's a fair price for a great quality eyeshadow palette. But what really makes it worth it with Sigma is definitely the double-ended brush being included. And of course, you guys can always use my discount code. It is Kendall if you guys want to save money on Sigma Beauty, including brushes, makeup, everything on the website. Now I want to dive in and show you guys how I got this look today. This is going to be my first impression. I'm obsessed with this look. I love it, and I kind of accidentally fell upon it like I sometimes do in my videos. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Then we're going to dive into the rest of the collection. Alrighty, so let's get started on the eyes. I'm going to use a random eye primer I haven't used yet. This is from Kaleidos. It's called the Tone Activator Eye Primer. I just want to put something down as a base today. And this looks like it's going to match my skin tone pretty well. So I'm just buffing this on the lid, and the brush that I like to use for my eye base is the Bake Precision P89 from Sigma. It's the perfect eye base brush. And to be honest with you guys, it's time for me to go for another little Botox touch-up. You can see my forehead wrinkles, and every time I do get Botox, I actually get a little bit more eyelid space to work with, which is good for me because as I get a little bit older, my eyes are a little bit more hooded. So I like to have that lift and then have a little bit more to work with So the palette is so beautiful. Everything, the stamping, the colors, just everything is stunning in this palette. So I like to do a look with this brush just to show you how versatile it is. And honestly, it would be so easy for me to do a neutral look in today's video. So I think I'm going to try to do something that's different for me, which means we could totally screw up, but I want to utilize the purples because a lot of the purples in this palette are really calling to me. When I was swatching the purples though, the purples did not swatch as well as some of like the regular neutrals, and we'll get into that, but I'm just going to see what we can do. So when I do a look with one brush, I usually like to go from the lighter colors to the darker colors. So I'm going to start off with a nice little brow bone and inner corner highlight with the shade Wishful, and Wishful has a little Cinderella imprint into the powder, which is really cute. And this is the perfect brow bone highlight, inner corner highlight. I love having a shade like this in a palette because for me, it's still a staple in most of my looks to do a nice shimmer to open up the eye. So giving the eye a little lift. So I'm going to dive into the purples and hope that everything blends okay. Purples can be a little bit tricky just in general with eyeshadow, so I'm really hoping we can get a nice blend today. So I'm going to start with the purpliest purple matte in the palette, and that is called Kindness. So we're going to dip into Kindness with the E38 side of the brush, and I am going to tap off a significant amount because I'd rather go in with a little bit at first than go in with too much. And I'm going to start with small taps in the outer corner of the eye and then work in that blending motion. Just very gently at first, slowly adding a little bit more purple to that outer edge. And I really have to take the blending slow in general because you guys, I'm so used to just rushing out the door and really not doing my blend work, so I'm gonna try not to do that today. And we have to be careful because there is not necessarily a neutral transition shade in this palette. I would have to go darker, so I don't want to have to go in with like a translucent powder or anything. But so far, so good. It's slowly building up. Not bad. Now we're going to deepen up the outer corner and we're going to go into the deep shade called Stroke of Midnight, which is so autumny to me. And I'm picking this up with the E54 side of the brush and deepening up the outer corner of the eye right in that purple. Now mind you, I do think there are some beginner friendly shades in this palette. I am not going for them. I'm going for probably the more difficult shades. So I'm going to dip in with that Kindness purple again and go over what I just put down with a little blend. So doing the same thing over here, packing in the deeper color. That one took no effort. This one took a little bit of effort, but you can see there's like some shadow here that I didn't really want to put there. See if I can like get it off with my finger. It actually is coming off with my finger, so that's good. So unfortunately, I'm not going to stick to what I would normally do. I would normally kind of leave this a matte look and I would go find a matte beige shadow to tap over this, and then I'd probably put like a little dusting of glitter over it, like what I would call my ultimate prom makeup look. But I want to play around with more of the shades out of this palette because that's the whole point of the video. So I am not going to be taking that route today. Instead, we're going to be layering some of these beautiful purple shimmers. So I think we're going to start off with the shade Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, which I think has the Fairy Godmother stamped in it, and this has a lot of beautiful shimmery glitter in it. I think it's going to be multi-dimensional. I'm picking it up on that E54, tapping a tiny bit off, and we're going to start packing this into that open space. So like say goodbye to the sultry matte look because it would be beautiful, but that's not what we're doing today. And I'm just going to start by tapping this glitter in the open space, and we're getting such like a midnight, I don't know, like almost Halloween-y vibe. Not in a bad way, but like in a really cool way. I don't know, like I could see myself wearing an eye look like this with like a really nice band tee and like grungy outfit, and it would be a whole vibe. So it just went from glam to grunge in my opinion, and I'm totally fine with that. I really miss playing around with different styles of makeup. So I always love when a palette can inspire me to do something different. This glitter is intense. I feel like I've said this before about Sigma, but they've got something going with their glitters where they just have so many dimensional little shimmers in there. Now, I will say that I just caught the fact that I have some fallout on my cheeks, so hopefully that's gonna brush away. So I'm taking the powder brush out of the collection. It's beautiful. I shouldn't be dirtying it up, but I'm too lazy to go in the other room, so I'm going to get rid of some of this fallout really quick. With any palette that has dark shades, or if you're going for a dark shade look, you should probably do your eyes first, but I like to have my skin looking nice on camera sometimes. So I want to top up this eye look with a little bit more glitter. This could definitely stay where it is, but I kind of want to use the One of a Kind, which has the glass slipper imprinted in it. This is definitely more of a blue, but it has a tiny bit of like lilac glitter in it, so I think a small amount won't hurt the look. And we're actually going to use a finger for this. My pinky, by the way, is stained by the swatches. I used my pinky for my swatches today because I used my swatch stencils and they're kind of small areas. So wear a primer because this might stain depending on what color you're using. I don't want too much of this because you can see it's super pigmented. I don't want to turn the look blue, but I kind of just want to like get a little bit of that lilac glitter over top. Oh yeah, that looks good. You see that extra dimension that it adds? Like, that is what I really love about the Sigma shadows. They really knock it out of the park with their glitters. That looks so good. I'm so glad that I chose to do that. So I'm just gonna do a little dusting, barely touching the lid, just to make sure that that is evenly dispersed, because sometimes with a finger, you can kind of get like a lot in one area, but I'm liking that so much. I definitely could have used all of the brushes out of this collection, but this goes a really long way, the one that comes with the palette. So you don't necessarily need to have a bunch of brushes to get a cute eye look. And we're gonna take it one step further with this brush and do the under eye really quick. I kind of don't want a lot under there because I want my eyes to look nice and big today. So I'm trying to think, do I want darkness under there, or do I want glitter under there? I wish that I could ask you guys in real time. I gotta go live with one of these videos one of these days so you guys can tell me in real time. We're gonna take Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, which is the purple glitter, and we're just gonna see what happens. Popping it under the eye. Just like a dusting. Oh yeah, that was meant to be. If you have hazily green eyes like me and you do a purple eye look, you can see it makes your eyes piercing. Like, it really makes the look stand out. So I always love doing a purple eye look, and I'm not disappointed at all with the way that this is going. So I'm gonna add mascara and lashes off camera, and I will be back to talk more about this collection, but so far so good, you guys. So first impression of the palette for me was really good. I have to keep playing around with it. I'm definitely going to in the fall. I think it's a great different type of color story for the fall. But let's get into the other items that are in the collection, because I think everything is worth noting. This next item is the Disney Cinderella Cheek Duo, and this is $35. It has a blush and a highlight. It also has a mirror in it. The highlighter is called Aglow and the blush is called Ever After, and of course we have a nice mirror and the same beautiful Cinderella packaging. So let me just go ahead and give you guys some swatches of these powders. I do have blush and highlighter on today. To be perfectly honest with you, I forgot that these were in the collection, but as always with Sigma, these are very pigmented, and I'm super impressed with their formulas. This is a beautiful kind of champagne highlighter, which is super fitting for this collection, and the blush is a beautiful peachy coral matte, and I think it's going to be suitable for any skin tone. Now, I just have to say it, I love the palette, I love the makeup, but I think I might like the brush set most out of everything. and I don't know, it's just mesmerizing me. So let's talk about the brush set. The Disney Cinderella Fairytale brush set is $82. It's a $118 value, and it comes with this stunning makeup bag. This is all glitter, like it's the raised glitter. It's not the cheapo glitter, and it has the gold hardware. I could not be more obsessed with a makeup bag right now. Like, this could be worn like as a clutch if you wanted to, or just if you want like the nicest, bougiest makeup bag, this is definitely it. Like, I can just imagine going out with like a little black dress, all neutral everything, and then just carrying this really pretty bag. It's definitely big enough for a cell phone and makeup and touch up everything in here. And inside the bag, it has little decals of the carriage with the prince and the princess inside, which I think is an adorable touch, and it's lined with like a satin lining. I think I just love the freaking bag, but I also love the brushes. So the set comes with the F80 flat kabuki. This is one of my all-time favorite foundation brushes, and you can see it has the beautiful baby blue and gold hardware, and it also has an etching of the princess Cinderella in the ferrule. Is that the ferrule? I don't know what that part of the brush is called, in the metal part of the brush. Next, we have the F10 powder and blush brush. I love this for under eye powder, for blush, for everything. It's such a good multitasking brush. It's not too big. They have another powder brush that I love. It's like the big fluffy face powder, but this can definitely be used for more precise areas of the face, as well as powdering the whole face, so I think it's a little more versatile. We have the E55 eye shading, which is perfect for packing on color onto the lid. We have the most popular brush, I would say, for eye blending, and it's the E40. I feel like if you don't have this in your collection, you really are missing out on one of the best blending brushes ever. And then we have the E30 pencil brush, which I use for literally everything. If I'm doing like a colorful rainbow look, I will rotate between pencil brushes. I also use this, of course, for the inner corner, under eye, and precision work, so everyone also needs a pencil brush in their life. So I'm not like a massive Disney stan, but something that I love about Disney is that they actually have this kind of glitter texture in like the Mickey Mouse ears and the book bags and stuff like that. So I'm always admiring it, but I'm not gonna pay, I think it's like $80 for like a Disney backpack. That's just not me, but I feel like I'm finally able to have like that beautiful glitter in something that's like classy and chic and more my style. So loving this so much. And last up, we have the lip duo. This is the Disney Cinderella Lip Duo. There is a liquid lipstick and a gloss for $29 for both. So I did try this on today, and it's definitely a beautiful nude. It's a little bit more warm than what I wanted today, but it's called Dreamy, and I'm gonna swatch both of these so you can see what they look like. Dreamy is a beautiful brownie nude, and I feel like it's the perfect mid-tone nude. And then let me try to read this one. The lip gloss is called Magical, and this is kind of, in my eyes, it's like a little bit of a rosy toned glitter. I always say in my eyes because I'm a little colorblind and it's embarrassing. So there they are side by side, and they would be beautiful together as well, but super pigmented, and very impressed with Sigma's formula as always. I also took these off yesterday when I was unboxing, but they have really nice sheets covering the powders, so they always do. Sigma has really good high quality packaging, so if you do want to save these for like travel and stuff, you definitely can, and it helps, I think, the shadows to survive shipment, which I appreciate. So that is everything in the Sigma Cinderella collection. This whole collection is launching on September 23rd. You can use discount codes. Discount code Kendall is an affiliate code, so I get a small commission, and it helps me to keep creating content for you guys. I always appreciate it when you guys share that you're using my codes, so thank you so much in advance. I will leave everything listed down below, and you guys have to let me know, are you interested in this collection? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? I always want to talk about it in the comments with you guys. So that is going to be it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please give it a thumbs up for me, and if you're new here, I would love to have you as part of my beauty loving community, so hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. And you can always stalk me on my other social media. It's listed down below for when I'm not posting over here. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in another video and spending some time with me, and hopefully I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye guys.